Hello and welcome to Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today we are on the softball field at Woodbridge High School for a game between the host Woodbridge Barons, Lady Barons, and the visiting JFK Lady Mustangs. I'm John McCormick, your full-time mayor, part-time wannabe sportscaster, joined by Councilman Greg Ficarra, who actually is a guy with a lot of athletic experience and knowledge as a former athletic director of JFK and a star himself. And let's get you the JFK lineups. Leading off, number 7. Kelly Milage plays center field. Batting second to second baseman Valentina Mercado. Angelica Rosario, right fielder, batting third. The pitcher Olivia Sims batting fourth. Batting fifth, Elena Rodriguez, the left fielder. Batting sixth, Marissa Lugo, the shortstop. First baseman Jana Rios bats seventh. Maya Torres plays third base and bats eighth. And batting last, Melanie Senna, the catcher. And we'll lead off here with Kylie Milage. We called the game yesterday with Kennedy Colonia, so I have a little bit of familiarity with the team on the Kennedy side, and she is a very fast lefty slap bunter.
It's nice to have the pregame ceremony of the 2011 team. And here comes somebody who knows something about softball right now.
Oh, Megan's joining us. All right, Get your headphone on.
All right, do I have to press anything?
First time doing this.
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. Thanks, Councilman Ficarra.
So we're joined by Megan Cuspa, who is a high school softball star at Bishop Bar High School, which is a place where I went back when it was St. Thomas Aquinas. My daughter went to Bishop Bar and played softball, but a little older than you. She just turned 30, and you are what, 25?
25.
All right. So she pops one up to left field. Under it easily is the left fielder. I'll tell you who that is in a minute. That would be number 7. Oh, they didn't put the first names. Oh, darn. That's terrible. It is hard to do that. I got to put all the first names in now. What's the matter with them? Anyway, there's one out. Kennedy just coming off a very tough loss to Colonia. They were leading late, and they wound up losing 7-5 in the top of the 7th. They almost scored in the bottom of the 7th. They did score one in the bottom of the 7th and left a winning run. It's only yesterday. I'm forgetting the whole game already. This is Valentina Mercado. She is the second baseman.
She's way up in the box.
Ground ball is fair. Good play by the pitcher.
Nicely played. Got off that mound real quick.
Now up Angelica Rosario. So usually if we get there early enough, we have time to line up the whole, lineup, but of course we didn't, because we were doing the
pregame celebration.
We had the championship. I guess we won't show these all together, but folks, we had the 2011 Woodbridge High School County Championship team. That was honored before the game.
It was fun when you were talking to the girls about their recollection of the game.
They don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Single up the middle there for Angelica Rosario. What a throw came in from center field. That was closer than you would have thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next up, we have the star of the team, the pitcher Olivia Sims, and she can really hit.
Seen her hit a few out throughout the years.
Yes.
She's certainly capable of that.
She just missed one yesterday. Hit one to the base of the fence.
Beautiful field here from the perspective.
Man, I love these fields. This one has the makeshift outfield fence.
Right, which truly makes this field a multi-purpose field. So,
yep. Softball/soccer.
And the way that fence is set up is the safest system that's out there right now. You can see the padding on the top.
Give you the defense real quick. Well, I will after I get the first names, I guess.
A little upstairs. The unique thing about this field too, John, is that the mound area is natural. Of course, it's dirt, so it has that feel for the pitchers, but everything else is turf, including the fields in out.
And Sims walks.
Shows a little respect for the Sims young lady. Wasn't going to give her any nice sweet pitches there.
Yeah, she's a tremendous athlete. All through her high school career, her and my sister have played against each other, and they just, kind of duke it out.
Yeah, well, that's the Sims name there at JFK is, has been around. This young lady's almost out of the box. Look at that stride. What is the strategy on that, Megs? They're so far up in the box. Is it, I guess, to jump on the pitches before anything?
Yeah, so if the pitch breaks,
right,
that's kind of the strategy, to get it before it breaks. If she's going to throw the rise.
Ground ball fielded by the pitcher over to first, and that'll do it.
Yeah, great defensive half inning by the pitcher on that. So we have no score after.
That was Jalen Rodriguez. I'm too busy trying to line everything up. So we'll be back, folks, with the bottom of the first. Stay with us. Okay, we'll give you the lineups now for the Woodbridge team. Leading off and playing first base, Amelia Kraft. Batting second in right field, Madison Rackett. Playing third and batting third, Madison Cuspa, whose sister Megan is here with us. The cleanup hitter is the second baseman, Elena Montalvo. Center fielder Abby Rodriguez bats fifth. Jasmine Morales, the pitcher, bats sixth. Batting seventh, Gia Dominguez, and playing left field. Shortstop Vanessa Morales bats eighth, and Alexis Davey, the catcher, bats ninth. So I don't see any flex player here, Meg. Explain the flex rule if you can, Tor. You know it better than we do.
Yeah, usually if you want to save your pitcher's energy, you'll enter a flex player and have somebody hit for her, a designated hitter. But Jasmine Morales is pretty strong in the box too, and she brings a lot of speed to the team, so they'll leave her in and just go with a straight 9.
But you could flex for anybody, can't you?
You could, but the Barons lineup is pretty strong. They've shown that all season, so Coach Murgatroyd is probably pretty confident in her lineup.
So the 10th best hitter is the 10th best hitter, not good enough to replace anybody.
Right.
Boy, Meg, you talk about a rise. Holy, I could see the rise in that pitch from here.
Yeah, Olivia Sims has a really incredible rise.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
It elevated. It was unbelievable. She is a imposing figure on that mound because she's so tall, and athletic looking.
Yeah.
We'll set the lineup for you for JFK. Left fielder Jalen Rodriguez, center fielder Kaylee Malaz, right fielder is Angelica Rosario. In the infield, we have Maya Torres at third, Marissa Lugo at short, Valentina Mercado at second, Gianna Rios at first, the catcher Melanie Senna, and the pitcher Olivia Sims.
Oh, that one was right down the middle.
That one too.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. Of course, we are out in right field.
Sometimes the first batter wants to see the pitcher throw as many pitches as they can.
Yeah.
And strikeout. That was Amelia Kraft, the first baseman. Now up, Madison Rackett, the right fielder, number 8. And she lofts one. The shortstop is under it and pulls it in. That's Marissa Lugo. So there's 2 down.
Infield on the corners are playing up, Megs, in front of the bases. So.
Yeah, that's pretty common in softball, to try to beat out the bunt or the slapper if the batter was to do that.
Gotcha.
But for a third hitter, maybe you play a little bit even.
Olivia's definitely got some stuff going on there, that's for sure. Beautiful day for softball.
Oh, my
it's like
goodness.
summer. It's like midsummer today.
I always felt bad for our catchers in this heat.
Yeah. Foul ball out of play. while I was doing the lineups, I didn't write down what the third and fourth batters did for Kennedy. How did they get on? Do you remember? It was a fly to left. It was a ground ball to the pitcher, and then Angelica Rosario.
Sims walked.
Sims walked.
Don't know what Rosario did.
Got her.
Got her, strike 3. So she strikes out 2 of the 3 batters, and we go to the second inning scoreless. Stay with us, folks. And we're back for the top of the second. John McCormick, Greg Ficara, Megan Cuspa. We got Megan here because she actually knows a little bit about softball. Start for 4 years at, as we said, Bishop Bar. How'd your team ever do? Any tournament wins?
Oh, no tournament wins. We were always a little short, but we were always ranked pretty high in the state. I think 12.
Oh, really?
My junior year in the state, yeah.
Wow.
So we always had a lot of talent, but never could really finish.
But you guys also, if I remember, the schedule you played was unbelievable. You didn't shy away from anybody, not just the GMC teams.
Right. You know, in 2011, obviously, we talked about in the beginning of the game, was a little disappointing for Bishop Bar to lose to Woodbridge in the GMCs. But, you know, if you know, Bishop Bar is not going to win, I'm glad that Woodbridge, my hometown, could take the GMC title.
That a girl.
Well said.
Well, you know, Bishop Bar, being on the small side, didn't get to play much competition in the red and the white. You know, they played, I remember my daughter playing Dunellen and Middlesex and the smaller schools that were no good. And they beat up on them and, you know, 5-inning rule them and all that. There's a walk for the Kennedy batter. That's Marissa Lugo. And they had to go and they had to travel. Like, I remember my daughter's team going to, what's the town with like Bedminster, up that way to play teams that were good.
Oh,
yeah. But then they used to play like Bishop Eustace. Some of those big Catholic schools too.
Yeah.
You guys would tee up.
They had the better ones and the worst ones. They didn't have they didn't play the Sayrvilles, or they didn't play. You guys didn't play Woodbridge and Kennedy, did you?
We played Kennedy. They were always one of our biggest competitors. Colonia too. We did not play Woodbridge.
They're probably too big. That's a strike. She pulled it back, didn't swing, but it was a strike. Up now is Gianna Rios. She is the first baseman, or first base woman. Strike.
That's Coach Amy Moore, your first base coach. Is that correct? She's a long-time softball coach in the county. She actually coached at Perth Amboy with us for a little while.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That was it. Yeah, it was a strike. Strike 3. Boy, the ump's slow to call that. So Meg, you played third base?
I played third base and then second base.
And your sister plays third base.
She does.
How many games do you get to see her play?
I try to come to as many as I can. It's her senior year, so, you know, I want to see it before she's done.
You get that boss in the mayor's office doesn't let you out.
I know, I got to ask you off for next Thursday's her senior night.
Oh, okay.
Was that a foul tip, you guys? I didn't quite see it.
I think it was.
I thought it hit the ground.
Yeah, it was a tip.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
So Kennedy's coached by, I said Maureen Gallagher, but they're pronouncing it Gallagher. A couple of years ago, before the virus, they had a really good Kennedy team, and they had a whole bunch of events. I remember Jean Gordon's daughter played, and I got to know the coach a little bit. She has a family history connecting it to her to Island. Of course, growing up in Menlo Park Terrace, we were connected to Island. It was all St. Cecilia's, and our little leagues were connected. And low.
She's a fierce competitor. I remember playing against her, and she would just fire her team up. You know, she's up and down the coach's box on third base, always in it. And
they announced during the ceremony that she actually coached the Woodbridge freshmen, and some of the girls that got honored in the 2011 team. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 outs. She actually coached them. Now up for Kennedy, Melanie Senna.
There's always connections in the world of sports, right, Meg?
Oh,
Even, you know, as I mentioned, Amy in Perth Amboy, you know, she's at Kennedy.
I know, it sounds like you have a lot of Perth Amboy transplants to Woodbridge, Greg.
Yeah.
Greg, you want to hold on to these and do some of the, you guys can both do them? Because if I do the play-by-play, you guys can do some of this There she goes. The throw is high. Didn't tag her. Didn't
Just
tag
got
her.
underneath. Sometimes you gotta create activity now.
Here, Meg, you hold Woodbridge because you probably know those girls better. Just jump in and give the information they give you and their favorite sport, all those kind of things.
All right.
Swing and a miss. Boy, this wind is brutal.
Yeah, just picked up too.
2 outs. Girl on second. Melanie Senna up. She's the catcher. Oh, she swung another one in the dirt, and it's safe at third. She struck out, though, yeah.
So Melanie's a sophomore, and her favorite movie is The Princess and the Frog. And her favorite music is old R&B. She's an old soul, and you'll be happy to see this, Max. She likes math.
Good
It's her
girl.
favorite subject.
So I'm not sure what happened there. She swung and missed. I think she thought it was strike 3, and the catcher didn't field it. So she ran. I don't know. What do you think, Meg?
I don't know what the count was, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I wish we could see the count. But we can see the count. Line single to left. That's going to score the run. Nice hit by Melanie Senna. First run of the game. She knocks in Marissa Lugo, who opened with a walk. And it's 1-0 Kennedy. Kennedy comes in at 11-7. Woodbridge at 12-5. So both evenly matched. Back up the top of the order for Kennedy, Kylie Milage, the slapper.
So for Woodbridge, I have Abigail Rodriguez, number 17. She's a junior. Her favorite sports are obviously softball, but she also likes basketball. Dirty Dancing is her favorite movie.
Fly ball kind of in the middle. In comes the center fielder to pull it in. Speaking of Abby Rodriguez, and that'll do it. So the F8 for Kylie Milage, I'm sorry. And we'll be back, folks. 0-0. Okay, we're back for the bottom of the second now. Woodbridge will send up Elena Montalvo, Abby Rodriguez, and Jasmine Morales to face Olivia Sims. Olivia, we called yesterday's game. She was 6th in the state of New Jersey. 6th in the state with 155 strikeouts. I think she had 7 yesterday. That's 162. And she played 3 less games than everybody. 3 games they played that she didn't play that were blowout games. They didn't even bother putting her in, knowing they were going to win the game handily. And they actually, she did throw a shutout, but no hitter, I should say, against North Brunswick. That's pretty impressive. She's heading to Raritan Valley College. Swing and a miss.
She's got a lot of speed, you can see.
Oh, yeah.
She has good movement on the ball, too.
Yesterday, she was throwing so fast yesterday, the catcher wasn't keeping up with it. And there were a lot of balls that got back to the backstop. Now she's lower. She was up high yesterday a lot. Elena Montalvo strikes out swinging. That brings up Abby Rodriguez.
Looking across at the field behind the health center, things are setting up for that big program today.
Yeah.
Road to Recovery or Road to whatever.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
4 great bands. I mean, I'm not sure if they're great bands, but they're covering great acts.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up the first one. I remember do you remember the first one? I'm going to find out here. Oh, wrong phone.
Good opportunity to get out today and enjoy the nice weather, and I think it's $25 if you go online, $30 at the door, and it's for a good cause. It's helping people with their recovery and offering assistance to not only the people working hard at that, but their family. Good music, good food.
That group will help people if they need, rides to jobs. They need a suit to go to an interview. They need housing suddenly. They need food suddenly. There we go. I got it. So the first band is called Joyride, and that is Dave Matthews' cover. That's right, that's right. Pete Tonti Band covers Jerry Garcia acoustic. There's a little lazy fly. It's still going to be in fair territory. Shortstop on. They collide, but she holds onto it. Marissa Lugo bumped into Jalen Rodriguez, but she had to play all the way, it looked like, and she did make it, so 2 away. And then the third band, Love Light, covers the New Riders of the Purple Sage. And the last band, Dogs in a Pile, covers the Grateful Dead.
And what's the time on that, John? It's
1, 3, 5, and 7.
Beautiful.
So it'll be probably, around 90 minutes of music, change the set. And then 90 and change, something like that. I think the Grateful Dead band goes longer.
Different vendors?
Yeah, there's some vendors. Chris Powers, who works for us, he's Dr. Bonnie Nolan's assistant in the opioid recovery group program. They're the ones that get calls at all hours of the night to go down to a hospital when somebody was Narcaned. Well, Narcaned is not a verb. When when Narcan was deployed on them.
Right.
And this one is lofted to left. Jalen Rodriguez under it and catches it. And 3 up, 3 down for the Woodbridge Lady Barons. We'll be back, folks. 1-0 Kennedy after 2. We're back now for the top of the third. Kennedy 1, Woodbridge 0. John McCormick, Greg Ficara, Megan Cuspa, your team calling you the game on this beautiful Saturday morning. Line drive right to the shortstop, Vanessa Morales.
Valentina is a junior. Her favorite school subject is forensics.
Yes, a good one. The one you don't see a lot. Angelica Rosario now.
Angelica's a sophomore.
Ground ball just
Going
off the pitcher's
after.
glove, up the middle, going to be close. It's out.
Got him.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice play by the second baseman, boy. I didn't think she was going to necessarily pull that one off.
Nice stretch by the first baseman.
Yes,
too.
it was. 4-3.
Those are tough, you know. You don't want to rush when the ball's coming too slow like that, but you got to get it off quick.
Well, the pitcher probably saved it from going up the middle for a hit. Slowed it down almost too much. Because Mercado almost didn't have enough time. I'm saying that wrong. I got the wrong person playing second base here. Hold on, number 4. That's Montalvo. Montalvo. It's confusing it with Mercado.
Olivia's a senior, and she enjoys rap music. The memorable softball moment was beating South Plainfield in 10 innings to advance to the GMC championship in 2019. I remember that championship game over at Middlesex County College.
Ground ball, slow over to third. Fast runner, safe. Oh, got
wow.
her. Oh, boy, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. We don't have a replay, but that looked like she beat that. Anyway, Sims is out on a ground ball to third base, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Hold that thought, Greg. We'll be back, folks. We're back for the bottom of the third. Woodbridge down 1-0 to Kennedy. We'll send the bottom third of the order up. Gia Dominguez, Vanessa Morales, and Alexis Davey. We'll reset the Kennedy defense for you. Left field, Jalen Rodriguez. Center field, Kaylee Milage. Right field, Angelica Rosario. Olivia Sims pitching. Melanie Senna catching. First base, Gianna Rios. Second base, Valentina Mercado. Shortstop, Marissa Lugo. And third base, Maya Torres. Swing and a miss by Gia Dominguez.
That had some pep on it.
Lays the bunt down, fielded cleanly by Sims over to first.
Oh.
A little bit of a collision. The throw forced the mitt of the first baseman into the face of the runner, but she was out. So that'll go 1-3. How important is a good fielding pitcher? I mean, they probably have to handle more balls than a shortstop, don't you think, Meg, with the bunting?
Yeah, I would say that between your pitcher and your shortstop, those are probably your two. They have to be your strongest fielders. I mean, obviously everybody has to be a really strong fielder, but your pitcher, you know, it's got to be tough to go into your motion and then have a ball get hit right back to you, and be able to laterally move or vertically move and then get the ball out to first base to get the out.
And because bunting is so prominent in girls softball, you're going to field the ball a whole lot of times.
Oh, yeah. My dad used to say, though, if you bunt the ball back to the pitcher, you're probably out 9 times out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. There's this, he used to teach us about the gold zone. So if you bunt, your goal is to hit it like halfway between the first baseman.
Right,
that's usually the hardest place to field the ball.
So you got to hit it hard but soft.
Exactly.
And if you hit it just right with a little spin on it and it stops dead, then you got it made.
Sure, then steal second, third, and home, and you're in. Make it sound so easy. Ball. This is Vanessa Morales. She is the shortstop for the Lady Barons.
Vanessa's a freshman playing shortstop.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, sure is.
Her sister is Jasmine on the mound, so you got a nice sister duo. Pitching and playing shortstop.
We had that yesterday with the Colonia team. They had the Suttons, third and fourth batters in the lineup. They played first and third.
Yeah, that's got to be so fun to be able to play with your sibling.
She's aggressive up at the plate too.
Yeah,
man.
she's got a nice swing too.
Going after it.
She's talented with very good form. Look at that. Look at the way she swings.
Yeah.
And she's a freshman. She's only going to get better.
She has a little different strategy too. She's a little bit more centered in the
Right,
batter's
exactly.
box.
It's a good eye. It's hard to lay off those rise balls sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's having a really
And
good
Sims
at-bat.
has a really good riser.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it looks like Vanessa's very disciplined at the plate.
Yeah, she's fighting.
It's very good form. So all three Woodbridge softball teams with about the same records. Woodbridge slightly better. Less losses than Woodbridge has 5 losses and she walks. So there's the first base runner of the game for Woodbridge.
What an at-bat that was.
Vanessa Morales breaks up the perfect game with a walk.
And now Woodbridge has some speed on the bags, too.
Up now is Alexis Davey, the catcher. Both catchers bat ninth. Fly ball is playable. In foul territory, shortstop over to go. It dropped. I think she looked like she might have lost it in the sun, the shortstop there for Kennedy Marissa Lugo.
Yeah, that sun's right in her lawn, that's for sure.
It looked catchable, but then she just looked like she didn't see it at the end. So Alexis Davey gets a break. Let's see what she can do with it. Swing and a miss. Boy, she's got a good swing too.
Yeah, she's fighting off the speed.
You do what Torres did and just, I'm sorry, not Torres, I keep looking at the wrong thing, Morales. She fought it off, and then walked.
Outfield showing some respect here. They're fairly deep.
And she gets it in the gap. No, right over the head of the right fielder. That's going to score a run. Well, maybe not. Yes, whoa, she didn't go. Oh, boy, she could have had a shot. So Alexis Torres lifts a double over the right fielder's head and has got second and third now with 1 out, and the leadoff hitter coming up, Amelia Kraft. Rosario turned the wrong way on that. It wouldn't have mattered. Now we get a courtesy runner for the catcher. I can't see the number. If anybody does, let me know.
3.
3?
I think.
And I got to find Woodbridge, number 3. S. Gunzen. Oh boy, I can't even read the thing.
I think it's Sam.
Sam Gazensis. And they put her on.
They walk Kraft to load the bases.
So Amelia Kraft, the leadoff hitter, intentionally walked to bring up the second hitter, Madison Rackett. All she's got to do is get the ball in the outfield to tie the game up. I know her dad, he's very active with the league, the Woodbridge Softball League, Rec League.
Yep. She's a sophomore, so, you know, she unfortunately missed out on her freshman season, so we'll see if the matchup of Olivia versus Madison, who will win the battle.
Well, you got a seasoned pitcher against somebody probably in only their 15th game. Ooh, that looked good. Yep. Woodbridge threatening, 1 out, bottom of 3, down 2-0, 1-0. And that's hit. It'll be thrown home. They got the force. Good play there by the second baseman, Valentina Mercado, getting the ball to Melanie Senna, who stepped on the plate. And on the fielder's choice, there's still bases loaded, but now 2 out.
So walking that batter
created that.
Turned out well for good strategy by coach.
Madison Cuspa. What can she do? Pop it over for a slammy?
No, she only has warning track power.
Oh, really? Oh, boy. I don't want to be at the dinner table tonight when she's there with you.
Megan, you do realize this is live, right?
This might drop. That might be a fair ball. No, it's not going to be fair, and it's not going to be caught.
She's a new life.
I called a game that she was in where she did hit the ball
run
to the fence.
Or to the fence. I think you called 2 games.
Yeah.
Where she hit one over and to the fence.
So you give her some credit here. The girl's got some pop.
I think she just hit her 75th hit mark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, you know, unfortunately COVID cut her season short last year, but...
Is she a senior?
She is a senior, yep.
Where's she going to go?
She's going to the University of Las Vegas.
Whoa.
The Running Rebels.
Yep.
UNLV.
Yep.
Is she going to play?
I think just club, probably.
So what would make her go there?
Our family just really likes Vegas and that area, and the hiking out there is really awesome.
Ground ball.
Is it?
That's going to go in. It's off. The 2 runs are going to score. Throw home, not in time. Runner's going to go to third, and she's going to be safe. Going to second, and she's safe.
Okay, the Barons shook it up a little bit.
So it went off the third baseman's mitt by just enough to prevent the shortstop from getting it cleanly and throwing somebody out. And from there, it's just late throws home, late throws to third, and now it's second and third, 2 out, and we'll see if they walk this batter.
Oh, she's still in home.
2 runs scored.
A third run just
scored.
scored.
The third one just scored on a pass ball. So Morales scored on the last play, so did Davy. Kraft went to third, and she just scored.
Sometimes when you have a pitcher as strong as Olivia on the mound, that's all you want to do is make contact and see what happens. And
exactly.
There's a perfect example. When you hit the ball, good things happen.
But it should have been an inning-ending force. It led to 2 runs directly, then the third one in.
Yep. Well, we talked about the Kennedy strategy of walking, putting that girl on, and it worked out well, but then that's what happens.
Well, yesterday it didn't work, so let me try to remember what happened. The 3 and 4 hitters were coming up, the Sutton girls. 2 out, girl on third was the winning run. I would have walked the 3rd and the 4th hitters, as good as they are, faced the 5th hitter and had bases loaded 2 out instead of girl on third. 2 out. Cuspa down the line, not Cuspa, sorry. This is Elena Montalvo. So are we going to give Cuspa a hit on that one off the third baseman's glove?
Oh, no, don't.
Yeah, I'm going to. course, what I do doesn't matter. I just noticed those stands built into the outfield there. It's pretty cool.
So Elena is also a senior. Her and my sister have been playing. I think Elena was on as a freshman too. So they have some good senior leadership on this team.
That might bloop. In comes the center fielder. She's got it. That was Kaylee Milage. So Woodbridge makes the third out, but not after scoring 3 runs to take a 3-1 lead heading into the top of the 4th. Stay with us, folks. Welcome back. Top of the 4th now. Woodbridge with a 3-1 lead over JFK. They just scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st. JFK will send up Abigail Rodriguez, Marissa Lugo, and Gianna Rios to the plate. Jasmine Morales, the pitcher for Woodbridge.
Jalen is a senior. Her favorite thing to do is throw girls out at the plate from left field. That's
not easy.
No, the girls got a little inside something going on that said, Jalen says Olivia and Jalen are goats.
That's greatest of all time, not the kind of goat we're thinking. You're right. Does it matter lefty or righty much, Meg, when you play? Is it like baseball where there's a huge difference?
No, I think they both bring differences in the game. You know, if you're a lefty, you could slap.
Out at first. What do you mean the pitcher? Does it make a difference facing a lefty or right?
Yeah, same thing as baseball.
Yeah?
Yep, it comes off their hands different.
Yeah, your line of sight, everything's...
Are lefty pitchers prominent or rare?
No, I would say they're pretty rare.
Up now, Marissa Lugo, the shortstop. She walked and scored in the 1st inning as the only Kennedy run.
She's a junior. She likes R&B, and she also likes math.
Atta girl.
Marissa and my sister have been playing together since they were 7 years old, so it's been fun to watch them grow up together and grow their game.
But this is what I always say about Woodbridge 3 high school teams, and it's foul back. You play with these girls and against these girls so much in rec and in travel, and then when you get to high school, they know each other for years.
Right.
Sure.
Like you say, the shortstop and Kennedy and the third baseman of Woodbridge are friends. Except during the 7 innings they play, I hope. But
I'm sure they'll hug it out after the game.
Foul ball.
To your point, Marissa says in known facts about herself, she's played softball since she's 6 years old.
Yeah, so they've known each other since they were that old.
Yeah.
And they love beating each other.
And they love, I'm sure they do.
When you talk about favorite moments, it could be baseball, football, and there's a line shot. It's going to be over. Nope. It's caught by the right fielder for Woodbridge. Madison Rackett made it
nice
good.
Catch.
Yes.
Yeah, she dropped her shoulder.
Very good play by Madison Rackett.
Great path to the ball.
Exactly. So they will always put, when Woodbridge beat Colonia, when Kennedy beat Woodbridge, we know vice versa. It's always a big deal when they play against each other and compete against each other. Fly ball in the infield. Second baseman is under it. That is Elena Montalvo, and it's 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th. Stay with us. And we're back for the bottom of the 4th. Before we lose this sheet of paper, what's going to blow away listing the crew, let me mention them now. On camera, Wilmar Rubiano, Jessica Barada, Ron White, and Frank Martins. Well, that's probably Martins. Graphics, Samantha Roth. Audio, Joe Fernandez. Technical director, Gina Forbes. And the director, the incomparable Lee Beckerman. If anybody can see the number of the batter, that would be helpful. I think we have...
I think this is Abigail.
Abby Rodriguez.
Yep, it's Abigail.
Yes, it's Rodriguez, yep. I didn't write down what Montalvo did to end the inning, but it did end the inning. So it's Rodriguez, Morales, and Dominguez coming up for Woodbridge, number 5, 6, and 7 in the order. They are up 3-1. Swing and a miss.
Abigail's most memorable softball moment is hitting her first home run on varsity, and I feel like that's a pretty big milestone to hit for anybody. You know, there's some players that go through high school and don't hit any. I
played my whole life in adult softball, and I only hit one, and it was an accident.
How do you accidentally
well,
hit a home
it was
run?
not an accident. It was technically a home run, but it was one of those sinking line drives to right center, and the right fielder went in and dove, and he didn't get it, and it skipped over his glove or past him somehow, and the right center fielder was coming in too, so there's nobody left to chase the ball. And somehow I made it around the bases and had my only home run. I remember we played New Brunswick in the Knights of Columbus League. Oh, no, it was a state tournament game. That's how we did. And we have a walk to...
You know, Megs, the Woodbridge...
Abby Rodriguez.
Woodbridge in general are aggressive at the plate, but smart at the same time.
Well, what are we talking about my home run? What's the matter with you?
Yeah, I wanted to change the subject.
I just can't believe you made it around the bases.
Yeah.
And my pants was loose, and I was holding my pants up. Oh, that almost could have been caught.
It's like the bad news bears.
I'm telling you, when I got home, I was clutching my shorts because I guess I was not used to running hard in them, and it could have been ugly.
You'll like this. Jasmine Morales up to bat. Her favorite subject is also math. There's a lot of math whizzes.
Yeah, that's good. Hard ground ball. Could be a deuce. There won't be.
Ooh. But yeah, to your point, Greg, it doesn't look like they don't seem scared.
No.
So they're confident in their abilities, it looks like.
Well, when the coach at Woodbridge spoke in the pregame ceremonies and she talked about the team's record, and I think they're expecting to be competitive in tournaments. Is there a state tournament this year? I know we're going to have the GMCs. I don't know what the format for the state is.
And she'll take second. That's what they talked about earlier, the high riser. The catcher can't get up high enough to get it. There was an awful lot of pass balls yesterday in that exact pitch.
Behind the plate umpire making his way down to third in case something caused the runner to go all the way to third. So it was good to see the umps in the correct position.
Gia Dominguez now swings and misses.
I've got a great day tomorrow. We have our football alumni from the College of New Jersey and Trenton State College, of which Stewie Jago and I played, has a gathering tomorrow.
Nice bunt, throw to first, got her.
There you go,
and
there's that.
On the play, Jasmine Morales goes to third.
There's the bunt to the pitcher again.
Yeah, bunt to the pitcher. I'll tell you what, my limited, experience covering games, I think the pitcher gets more balls than the shortstop. And there's 2 outs. Vanessa Morales is now up for Woodbridge.
Oh man, she's going after it. That strategy obviously worked. I think the goal was to get a person in scoring position. Yeah, so.
Swing and a miss. How many games can Olivia or any typical softball pitcher pitch in a day?
In a day? Oh God, I played with a girl who was an All-American at Kane. She pitched like 3 games in one tournament in one day for us. So you can just keep going as long as your body will let you.
Because she pitched last night.
Yeah, Olivia, if she had 7 games, she could pitch all 7.
Really?
Yeah. Because the motion's a little bit different than baseball.
Yeah,
It's more natural.
Yeah, the motion is much more comfortable and less taxing.
You don't have Tommy John surgery in softball, do you?
I'm sure you could, but I don't think I know anybody that's had that.
I remember a study a while back, though, that female athletes had a higher tendency of knee injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly on the medial collateral ligament.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was a study on that. And they were trying to make sure that it wasn't a synthetic turf, if I remember the study I read.
Did they come to a conclusion on the turf?
Yeah, I don't think it really came into play. It was more the structure of a female's knee. I think it had something to do with that, and the tendency was there. Dr. Swan, Mac, was, I think, part of that.
Line drive right to the second baseman, Valentina Mercado, and that'll do it for Woodbridge in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the fifth. Barron's up 3-1. Stay with us. And welcome back to the top of the fifth. John McCormick, Greg Ficara, Megan Cuspa calling you the game. And this is a good one, 3-1, top of 5, home team Woodbridge ahead. The batter now is Maya Torres. And Morales is pitching a heck of a game.
Maya is a freshman. She likes English as her favorite subject.
She's had 3 up, 3 down the last 2 innings. Only 2 strikeouts. They're putting the ball in play on her, but the defense has helped. Late attempt at a bunt, and she did swing, so that'll be the first out. Another strikeout for Torres. And up now, Melanie Senna, the catcher. She had a hit in the second inning. I think it was the hit that got the run home.
Melanie is a sophomore. We talked about her. You know, when you look at the 2 pictures, Meg, this girl, her size is not necessarily intimidating, but her form is impeccable.
Yeah.
And then you have Olivia, who's, you know, just that imposing athletic figure.
Olivia's probably 6 foot.
Yeah. But, you know, both accomplishing things in their own way.
Oh, yeah.
Olivia's scholarship's also going to cover. She's going to Raritan Valley Community College, I mentioned, on a scholarship. Ground ball up the middle, fielded backhand throw. Got her. What a play.
Elena.
Woodbridge shortstop, Elena Montalvo. Or Elena Montalvo, is it that better?
Elena, yeah.
All right.
Good play, though. Great play.
Very good play. Backhand and a throw. So anyways, Olivia is going to have a scholarship for volleyball, too.
Wow.
She's playing both sports?
Yeah. She's a fierce volleyball player. Now look at the infield in now for
Yeah,
Milage.
you'll notice their formation's a little bit different. The second base goes all the way in on a lefty slapper.
Yep.
The third baseman kind of plays a little bit in too, while the first baseman stays back and the shortstop too.
I know that's her reputation, but that's got to take away so much of what she can do. And she hits it right to second base, throw to first, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down again. She has retired 10 in a row. And we go to the bottom of the fifth with Woodbridge up 3-1. Stay with us, folks. And we're back now in the bottom of the fifth. Woodbridge up 3-1 over Kennedy. John McCormick, Greg Ficara, Megan Cuspa. The beautiful softball/soccer field at Woodbridge High School. One of 3 new turf fields here, as there are in each of our 3 high schools. We'll have 3 fields. One for football/soccer, one for baseball, one for softball. In the case of Woodbridge, the softball field doubles as soccer. In the case of Colonia, the baseball field doubles as soccer. Swing and a foul ball. And Kennedy has actually 3 separate fields. I don't think this baseball field at Kennedy could be soccer, but it might. I don't remember.
When we played Kennedy at Bishop Bar, we would play at Merrill Park. So it's really nice to see that they have really nice turf fields now, because those fields at Merrill Park, you know, they're good, but they're not good. They're not good for softball.
No. It's a county park, and everybody plays there all during the year. It's not the same as having your own field that just your high school plays on.
Yep, exactly.
And you had to take a bus to practice and a bus to a home game. I mean, you take a bus to an away game, but imagine a bus to a home game. And that'll start off the inning with a strikeout for Olivia Sims. She adds to her state among the leaders performance.
As the athletic director at Perth Amboy High School, I know what it's like to take buses to practice.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they play at Warren Park, their softball team. Yeah.
They're having a good year this year, I read in the paper.
Is Mizak still the coach over there?
No, I think he's at Metuchen.
Oh, yeah.
Last I knew he moved over to Metuchen.
I think he is.
One of our former players is coaching.
Popped up. Tough play coming in. The outfielder does not make it, and it gets by her, and she's going to get it. No, going to be a play at second. Safe.
Nice and aggressive.
Nice slide.
Very aggressive move by the leadoff hitter there, Amelia Kraft. She got his. You'd have to call that a double because it was fielded cleanly. So 1 out. Girl on second.
That was a tough spot right in there.
It was.
Yep. Like they said, that ball has eyes. It just went to a part in the field where it was difficult.
And it had that spin that got away from everybody after it bounced, so that enabled Kraft to go to second. Madison Rackett now. Was she hit by that one? Nope. But the runner goes to third anyway.
Did some funky dance moves to avoid getting hit by the pitch.
And now anything will get, they're in. The infield's in. So a ground ball might not necessarily score the run.
There's a welcome breeze.
Yeah. A little cloud cover, so it's not a hot sun.
They said there's a chance later on today of a passing shower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a passing shower.
That's not good if we have 4 concerts in a row, 4 bands in a row at a concert.
Hopefully it'll be
passing way behind that one
tonight after.
Maddie Rackett says her most memorable softball moment is finally being able to play after COVID.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for, all the high school kids and the college kids who lost their seasons.
Well, I feel worse for the ones that were seniors. That you saw them give Casey Morrison a little award. That was so appropriate because Casey was the only senior on the team last year. So she's the only one that really didn't have a varsity season because anybody who's a junior is here playing now.
Yeah, you got to commend the Woodbridge High School softball coaching staff for recognizing her and not forgetting about her.
They always do the right thing. As I said in the speech, Lotman's a terrific principal. Joe Ward, I think, is one of the best athletic directors I've seen ever since the great Greg Ficarra retired. But he did mention you were like his mentor in the pregame.
Yeah, it's amazing. He still turned out good. Little conference going on here. What do you think's going on, Meg? Any idea? Did they make a change?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Probably a little strategy with the girl on third.
Did the catcher? No, the catcher didn't change. Looked like the catcher maybe went to the bench for something.
Maybe she got hit with the ball? I didn't see.
I don't know. Foul ball.
Well, that certainly wasn't a bunt, so that shoots that theory that there was some kind of discussion going on.
Full count now, 1 out. Woodbridge would love to get an insurance run here. They're up 3-1. Although the way Morales is pitching, that's what you needed. Oh, they go home with it. Got her at home, and she's watching her to go to second. Boy, well hit by Rackett. Fielder's choice home. Good play by the second baseman, Valentina Mercado. Good play by the catcher, Melanie Senna. And Madison Rackett did her job. It's just the defense did too. Probably hit it too hard at the end of the day.
I was just going to say that. Sometimes on those balls, it's better just to hold your ground. But they're up. You want to be aggressive still. Yeah. Don't let your foot off the gas.
The runner had to go home from third. That was a good move. Oh, that's a well-hit ball. Center fielder deep under it. Got it.
She's got a nice jump on it.
Kylie Milage, I keep saying Kaylee, Kylie Milage makes the last out in center field. So after 5 innings. It is Woodbridge 3 and JFK 1. Stay with us, folks. It's a powerful 3-4 in the order here between Sims and Rosario. Hard swing, foul ball. Picked up expertly by third baseman Madison Cuspa in foul territory. See the way she picked that ball up and threw it to the pitcher?
Yeah.
One and two. 2 and 2.
Angelica says, for anything else you should know about me, if I make a mistake on the field, I pretend it wasn't me.
Which is hard to do on TV.
At least we don't have replays.
It's going to be playable for Cuspa in foul territory, and she brings it in for the second out.
Those look like simple plays, but that ball is swirling around and it's probably spinning like crazy.
You saw Lugo before. She looked like she was under it. Similar kind of hit, except she was going sideways. Cuspa was going more forward.
I got to say, in this cloud coverage, it's really hard. Sometimes the ball is easily lost.
Oh, yeah. You're looking right into the same color, right? Good point.
Olivia Sims up now. She grounded to third in the third inning, walked in the first inning. Boy, you see her standing there. The stance she has is just seems perfect.
She's got some good genetics.
Yes.
It looks like they're trying to pitch her low.
When you played high school, were most of the fields you played on turf?
No, mostly dirt. Only Carteret, I think, had a turf field.
There's probably more now.
Yeah.
And
it's a big strikeout.
Morales gets Sims looking to end the 6th inning. So after 5.5, Woodbridge 3, Kennedy 1. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back. Woodbridge up 3-1 at bat in the bottom of the 6th, trying to add on. 3 outs from a victory over crosstown rival JFK if it holds up. At bat for the Barons now is the cleanup hitter, Elena Montalvo.
Megan, our discussion before we came on the air, I think the one thing about these turf fields is the play is truer. You can anticipate the way the ball's going to bounce.
Yep.
There's no imperfections for the most part.
No surprises.
Yeah. No bad hops. The only thing that I do realize is when the weather is wet and the turf is wet, the ball can skip.
Really slippery.
Yeah, like you're throwing a stone on a pond or something.
There's also just something nice about playing on real dirt, and real grass.
Yeah, but you don't get to play often. Ground ball, lightly hit, throw to first in time.
Nice stretch, very nice stretch.
Marissa Lugo to Gianna Rios.
I don't know, back in my day, there was no turf. Hofstra University had turf. The Jets played there, and we played Hofstra, and you just felt like you were so fast.
Yeah.
Back in your day, there was no history yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could say all that, but you can have a rainstorm and not play for 3 days.
Still play,
And you can have a rainstorm and play an hour later on turf.
Yeah.
So it's just so much better for a whole host of reasons.
I do like how the pitcher's mound is still dirt, though. Do you know if they do that at the other 2 high schools?
We left it up to each school whether to have the mound and the plate dirt or turf. And I just don't remember.
I think they're dirt because
I was in Kennedy
It gets
yesterday.
ripped up.
the turf gets ripped up
up.
very quickly.
Yeah,
Be
yeah, Joe Ward
replacing.
was saying the Carteret is a turf field. He
It's-
said their mound is awful.
Yeah.
Turf.
And you know, you can
So
get spikes caught in there, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's how people get hurt.
I don't remember what we saw yesterday in Kennedy. I didn't pay attention, I guess.
And it's easier to just tarp, you know, that little circle than rather the whole
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, exactly.
I like a lot of college stadiums have dirt infield and turf outfield, turf
Oh,
grass,
really?
which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ground ball hard up the
Oh.
right to Sims. Throws to first for the second out.
Cat-like reflexes.
Yeah.
What's that, like her third ball back to her today?
Third, the third one today, yep.
Maybe-
That was a hot one, though.
Yeah.
That one fired right back at her. A little breeze picking up.
I don't know if the people can hear the wind in our microphones. Ground ball to the pitcher again. And fire to first, and she's out. So Sims made quick work with the middle of the lineup there, and she got 3 up, 3 down, and now we head to the top of the 7th with Kennedy down 3-1 and 3 outs to go. Stay with us, folks. This is a good one. Top of 7 now. Woodbridge up 3-1. Kennedy down to its final 3 outs. Jasmine Morales is pitching a heck of a game. It's a 2-hitter. We just found out that the batter we missed in the first inning was a single, and then Sims walked, and that was it. And then she gave up a walk in the second, 2 strikeouts, and I guess there was a couple of pass balls because then a single brought in Lugo, who had walked. That was the only run for Kennedy, and Morales has retired 13 in a row. She might lose it here. Yep. So the leadoff run on for JFK, and a big, big hit for Gia Dominguez. I don't know. I have to look at the replay to see that. Probably, you're thinking an E6?
No, it hit off the pitcher's glove.
Okay, we'll give her a single. So, tying run at the plate, just like that, in the form of Vanessa Morales. Oh wait, 3. Is that the courtesy runner again?
I think
did she bat?
I think Marissa Lugo's up.
Am I backwards? I'm looking at the wrong darn lineup. That was Jalen. I do this all the time. That was Jalen Rodriguez that had the single, and now up is Melissa Lugo.
We need to get you a book.
I'm telling you, we're unprepared. But I mean, you saw we had 10 seconds to sit down before the first pitch was thrown.
Well, don't be so hard on yourself. You said in the introduction you're a wannabe sports broadcaster.
Yeah, I want to be. Thanks, pal.
You're the one that said it.
Throw to first.
Oh,
Dangerous. Good backup there by Madison Rackett.
if your right fielder's sleeping on that,
Oh,
you're in big trouble.
yeah. Well, you want to keep the force. Gives your defense more options. Foul out of play. Scooped up there perfectly by Madison Cuspa.
Megan, you're so correct. There's so many good habits like that that prevent, extra runs from scoring, getting an extra
Right.
base just because you're there backing up, protecting.
Yeah, if that ball gets by and the runner goes to second,
That's a different game.
Different game.
Absolutely.
The pressure on the catcher in softball is so great, especially with pitchers who throw fast. Oh boy. A single and a walk, nobody out. JFK with a chance to first tie, then take the lead and force a bottom of 7. And now it'll be a strategy session for Coach Murgatroyd, formerly known as Courtney Cuevas. So what is she telling her team now, Meg?
Probably to calm down. You know, they still have a lead. They have a cushion with 1 run, 2 runs at worst case scenario. But, you know, they just need to calm down and get an out.
That's what I'm saying if I'm there. Just get an out.
Just get an out. You can let the runner on second score, you know, but obviously you don't want the runner on first to score.
The batter now for JFK is Gianna Rios, the first baseman. She struck out looking in the second, flied to second base in the fourth.
Showing bunt.
Oh, you got a bunt here. She's not even pretending. Oh, but she pulled it back though. Got by, throw to third, not in time. Second and third, no force. I would just leave my bat out there and not pretend I'm going to pull it back. Just bunt. Now the pressure on the catcher is immense.
Yep.
Although it's hard to get home on a pass ball because you don't have a lot of room between the plate and the backstop. Some fields in the old days with so much room, if the ball got by the catcher, it was automatic. Fly ball, this might get a run in. Center field runner, it has it, fires.
Abby's got a good
Oh, wow.
Great throw. Way to
Wow. Abby Rodriguez. That ball wasn't shallow. It was fairly deep, and she got it and fired a one-hopper to the plate, and if she was going home, she was out.
She had momentum because the ball was in front of her.
She played it well. She didn't let herself get off balance. You're right. She got her flow of the body with her, and now there's 1 out, second and third. There's a bunt. It's a foul ball.
You know, that's a really big play.
Oh, yeah.
Most outfielders don't make that throw home. That run scores. Abby saved a big run.
Maya Torres now. You got to believe they don't want to get back to the top of the order because Kylie Milage can do a lot. And if they're forced to play back because of the runners, you open up the whole infield for Kylie to lay one down and slap one in. Little low, boy, that's tough taking that one.
Yeah, it's good discipline by the batter.
Yeah, sure was. Oof.
That one too.
My, oh my. 2-2 now. That's 2 tough takes. You almost can be an unintentional or intentional walk here with first base open and setting the force. You certainly don't want to give her anything good, but I don't know if that's what they're thinking.
They want their second out.
Foul ball.
Because it seemed like a half-hearted swing, or she made the decision very late.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, it looks like she's a little late on the ball.
This would be a big out for Woodbridge if they can get it.
Oh boy, that was a big one.
Big pitch.
Strike 3, and there's 2 out, 2 on. The tying run still at second base. And now the number 9 hitter coming up, Melanie Senna, the catcher. She had one of the only 2 hits against Torres. Morales, I'm sorry. Had one of only 2 hits against Morales up until this inning. Strike 1.
That first pitch is so important, the first strike.
Sets the tone.
Torres on a 3-hitter. She gave up the leadoff hit in this inning, so that's only 3 hits through 7 innings. That should be the game. Center fielder out, under it. There it is. Abby Rodriguez closes it out. And Woodbridge, a hard-fought 3-1 win over JFK. All the Woodbridge runs came in the second inning. The only run for JFK came in the second inning. And the Lady Barons improved to 13-5. And JFK, I believe, goes down to 12-8. So we just had one crazy inning, Meg, with the ground ball that went up the third baseman's mid, and nobody picked it up, and that led to 3 runs, and that was it.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, just put the ball in play and good things happen.
So the MVP, clearly, Jasmine Morales, pitched a gem of a game, only gave up 3 hits, and let me see, 1, 2, 3 walks. So an excellent outing for her. And Woodbridge comes away with the win. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be calling a lot more games, and the playoffs are coming up, so keep an eye, and love to have you keep up watching us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Greg Ficara. Thank you, Megan Cuspa, and thank you to the TV 35 crew.